This week on the Fairfield County Farm Page, the focus is on 4-H judging at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. Connie Smith talks with 4-H Judge Rush Coen Rogers and with Brooklyn Rugg and Alexandra Rugg of the Spurs 4-H Club.
Welcome to the Fairfield County Extension Farm Page. It's always a pleasure when I can be out and about. I'm Connie Smith with the Fairfield County office of OSU Extension, and this is my good friend, Rush Rogers. How long have we been friends?
Well, my kids are in their 40s.
Yeah.
My daughter graduated from high school in 78, I think, 76,
Yeah.
and so a long time.
Yeah.
Decades.
And here, tell our listeners, you really have a lot of Lancaster roots. Your daddy was?
My daddy was George Coen. He was a lawyer here in town, and he was a magistrate, and he was very active in community action and visiting nurses in some of the community support as people age programs. He worked with community action to do that. My mother was on the school board for 15 years, and so we are very committed. We have a scholarship in her name where we support women and girls in athletics.
Very good. Very good. Hey, we're here for a different reason today. You and I seem to hook up once a year, and we hook up at 4-H judging. So I got to ask you this, Rush. You know, there are better ways maybe to spend your Monday afternoons or whatever afternoons we're here together. Why do you keep coming back?
I think that there aren't as many opportunities as we would hope for kids to practice presenting and interviewing skills and to share their passions with someone who's genuinely interested in that. So I feel like every kid who sits in front of me has finished a project that they've been terribly committed in, and it is my goal to get each one of them to present that project to somebody who cares about it and to ask questions and be interested and affirm their hard work. And this year I'm doing self-determination, which is they've picked some topic that they're very passionate about and they want to share it with somebody. And so I come back because it was good for my kids, but it was good for me and my brother. It was good for my kids. It's been good for my grandkids. I believe the program really, really works, and I think that this is my way to pay forward while I'm paying back.
Yeah, and that's really important because I kind of feel the same way. You know, I kind of got a lot of irons in the fire, and sometimes I think, oh, I could really spend this day working, or I could spend this day doing something else. But every time I'm here, Rush, I think about somebody did this for me.
Right.
You know, somebody made this happen for me. So I really feel like it's my duty to give back in that regard. So I'm really hopeful that what we do, what you and I do, makes a difference. And I also really firmly believe those one-on-one interviews and that style of communication is super, super important because I think they don't get that.
Right, right.
You know, and for me, I like to make them think it's kind of like this could be your first step into a job interview.
Right, it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, yeah.
I did have today ask several kids that are senior candidates who have really intriguing and not really on the normal path kinds of passions.
Yeah.
Where are you going with this?
Yeah.
Have you made contact with? Are you thinking about
Right.
what profession you're looking for? I do think if you get to 14, 15, 16, somebody needs to be thinking about where you're going next with this.
Yeah.
And so I do believe I try to give a good solid interview for that very reason. I want to hear and feedback what they've told me, but I also want to pose enough questions that they have to think about what it is they're sharing with me. And I do think that's very much like an interview.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued because I've been doing some self-determined, and I've had a child that has a little bit of a stuttering issue. And so I asked her, and she's 18, and so she said to me, you know, when I first started this, I cried. And now I can come and I can talk to you and I don't cry anymore. And these are the kinds of projects that have helped me with that communication skill. So for me, that was the justification for I'm really happy I'm here.
I think that's an incredible part. I think there's 4-H is for every kid.
Yeah.
And I think the matching of kids and their strengths and weaknesses and special considerations is very important.
Yeah.
But they know the work. They've done the work.
Yeah.
They're ready to give it to you. And part of our responsibility is to receive it when they give it. And sometimes they bring a little bit more visuals so they can aim you in the right direction while you're trying to understand what you're saying to you.
Yeah.
But I do think that there's so much in 4-H over time that builds that self-confidence, that builds that risk-taking, and that says, I can be a top-level communicator. I just need a competent partner.
Exactly. And I think that was what was important for me was, I just love these YouTube videos. I think
are special.
when we get out and among kids and we show them what the skill is, and then they get to see it on a big screen, or they get to see it on a YouTube channel posted to multiple places all over the internet, that Extension has its deep reach, we can make a difference. My good friend, special friend, Rush Rogers, I am so proud that you're here today. It's always fun to see you.
Thank you
We
very
always
much.
say, if we're both here, we're in a good place.
That's
It's a
exactly
good day.
right.
It's a good day. Hey,
Thank you.
thanks for joining us
Thank you
on the
very much.
OSU Extension Farm Page. And if you haven't yet, you click below to subscribe and you'll see what we're out doing every single week. Thank you. Welcome to the OSU Extension Farm Page. I'm out and about again today. Connie Smith with OSU Extension in Fairfield County. And I have Brooklyn Rugg with me today. And she's been doing 4-H judging, correct?
Yes.
How many years in 4-H, Brooklyn?
5.
5. And your project was what this year? Macrame. So we're going to kind of try to show you some of the things that Brooklyn has learned. This is what a 4-H judging poster really looks like. And you can see all the things that Brooklyn has done, all the different knotting she has done, and maybe all the things she has made with her macrame project. So Brooklyn, help me out. Why did you want to do this self-determined project in macrame?
I wanted to take this project because at school we did a bracelet, a macrame bracelet, and I liked that. So
You like that. Yeah, you like that. What do you like about 4-H?
I like that I can learn to do the things that are in the projects. And
Yeah. Is there any other projects you haven't tried? This is a better question. What projects have you done already?
I've done candy making and scrapbooking, and I've done candy making for 2 years. This is my 3rd year, and
Do you have a favorite kind of candy you make?
I really like the Buckeyes that I make, but
Oh.
this year I'm doing advanced, so I get to do hard candies and crystalline candies and stuff.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Brooklyn Rugg, thank you for being a guest on the 88 on the farm page, and thank you for sharing this beautiful macrame poster with us. This is very cool, and there's just so much you learned. Did you complete the pouch bag? Did you make that?
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah. And all the different hitches and things. Very, very nice. And your bracelet, your favorite bracelet. There we go. Well, be sure, if you are just now watching this edition of the Fairfield County Farm Page, you click below and you subscribe so you can see where we're out and about at each week. Thanks for joining us today. Well, welcome to Fairfield County OSU Extension Farm Page. I'm Connie Smith, and I'm out and about today because we're in the middle of 4-H project judging here in Fairfield County. And this is a big day for a lot of youth, but I have Miss Alexandra Rugg with me today. And what 4-H club do you belong to, Alexandra?
Golden Spurs.
Golden Spurs, okay? And tell me a little bit about some of the projects you've taken. Now talk really loud so they can hear you, okay?
Okay. I've done cake decorating for 4 years now, and I got 2 first place ribbons in cake decorating. I've done rabbits, and I've also done scrapbooking and photography.
Okay, do you have a favorite?
I like cake decorating the most.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the cakes you've decorated.
I've decorated a watermelon, a cake that looks like a watermelon,
Oh my gosh.
a cake that looks like a hamburger, a cake that looks like a onesie, and also just like other cakes that have like a baby onesie. Like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah. And I've also decorated other cakes that just have like top borders, bottom borders. I've decorated 2 cakes that look like baskets of flowers.
How in the heck did you make a cake look like a hamburger?
Well, I didn't smooth the top down. I left it rounded, and then I just iced it on the top, and on the bottom, at the very bottom, so that it was the color of a hamburger bun. And then I added decorations on the side to make it look like there is a burger and lettuce and cheese inside.
Okay, so do you ever taste those cakes after you decorate them?
Yes, I eat all of them. We usually eat all of them except for the final cakes that usually go on display at the fair. This is my first year doing cakes at summer.
Okay. So I'm interested. So what kind of cake did you bring to summer judging? Have you brought it yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
what'd you
brought
bring?
It's a chocolate cake. It looks like a basket. This is one of my 2 basket cakes.
Oh, wow.
It says summer on the top in blue.
Wow. Hey, you forgot to give me a piece. Yeah, how about you? Alexandra? But I got to be with you, and we got to learn about exploring personal finance. And this was a really good project. I have never evaluated this project before, but gosh, what a good project. What did you learn from that project?
I learned about different types of savings accounts and interest that you get, like compound interest and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned about the importance of saving your money.
Saving your money. Yeah. You know what I learned when I talked to you?
What did you learn?
I learned about the difference between needs and wants. I want a lot of things. I know that. And I'm a shopaholic sometimes. But you help me understand the difference between what do I really need and what do I want. And what are a couple things that you wanted that you purchased during the project here?
I wanted gum and I wanted a book. And I bought them both.
Yeah. But then you also knew you needed shoes.
Yes.
Yeah. What else did you know you needed?
Water.
Yeah. So very good, very fun. Always fun to be out and about, but really fun to be out evaluating 4-H projects here in Fairfield County. We have some great 4-Hers, young 4-Hers that are going to be our future leaders. And we're proud to be with you today on the OSU Extension Farm Page. Don't forget, you can subscribe by clicking below. Thanks for joining us.